Alright, we're back. Dude,
all bosses all the time.
Yep, we're facing up against the Block 6 bosses. All 5 of them in one continuous run.
Alright, let's do this.
Of course, we'll still stop downstairs to recover.
But that will be done off screen, of course.
Then a fusion or two. Such as fusing the Moray sisters into Norn. Yeah, I actually got a decent set of personas to use. Including my multi-tier, multi-elemental Loki, Odin, of course, Siegfried, Melchizedek with his Automa skills, Skaha with Nullfire, Mabufudai and Magarudyne. Overall, I can handle the bosses in the tower easily. It's the optional bosses, however, I don't think I can.
Alright.
Yeah.
The optional bosses are pretty much all the bosses that you fought on the
full moons.
And trust me, some of them are fairly upgraded, while some are not really that much different, except their stats are slightly higher.
And then you got stuff that just makes you go, what the hell? Like, say, Hermit no longer requires 2 or 3 turns for Gigaspark.
Instead, it's 1, isn't it?
Yep, 1 charge, 1 Gigaspark. Or Empress and Emperor having too much HP and then constantly shifting, or using status effects that make you vulnerable to criticals, with Emperor using Vocal Blade.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah. I did that fight off camera, and I had to use a Soma in that fight. It was that bad.
I can imagine.
Anyway, Block 6, Adama.
For some reason, I recall furiously stomping on most of the Vision Quest bosses.
It's the stat doors that I'm definitely not doing.
I don't blame you. I couldn't do them either. Because I'm just like, this requires way too much luck manipulation and...
Not mention too many retries. The only one I've been able to successfully do was the power door.
I think I did every one except for speed and luck. And power, I think. I forget.
So anyway, yes, we'll have some encounters here too.
Fun time.
Zap!
Vaporized.
Whee! Yeah, in case you forgot what shuffle time is like, there you go. Here we go, our first boss fight.
Get used to this, guys, because he does this every time he fights an enemy on a different floor.
After a social link boost.
That too.
But that means I still show some fights. Here it comes! 3 Double Seekers!
And I recall you getting fairly annoyed with these guys.
Acheron Seekers and Monad are worse. They cast all elements. So take these guys, but I think they're immune to physicals. Either that or they're immune to elements. But they tend to run out of SP very fast, the Acheron Seekers. So if you have a persona with no weaknesses whatsoever, or better yet, immunities or, you know, absorption abilities, they're a joke. I remember when I was training solo in Monad, I had Abaddon with having every element covered.
Including light and darkness?
Including that. The thing is, the Acheron Seekers don't use Hama or Mudo skills.
Ah.
And I just kept using my physical attacks on them. But anyway, obviously the Acheron, the Noble Seekers, actually, their tactic is to try and knock you down with your weaknesses, while
and early destroy you
with Vorpal Blade. So they're banking on one more attempts.
And also, I think the other thing to take into consideration is that with Vorpal Blade, none of your members will step in to save you because it's an all attack.
Yeah.
So they got that front
It's
covered.
time to get serious.
That's why once I got the Spirit Bracers earlier in the run, I never took them off.
Though there is one idea that you could implement for this fight,
Which was?
using either Revolution or Rebellion.
Finish it off.
Yeah, what if they suddenly use Vorpal Blade with that in mind?
Well, if you have the weaknesses covered, and you have resistance to Vorpal Blade, it's not a problem.
True.
Having you.
True.
And then you could just smash them with Akasha Art.
Speaking of smashing,
Nice one.
Ha.
Enemies are persona now.
let's do it again! Oof.
Oh!
Well, they do not like strike attacks. Did I imagine the Seekers look very freaky?
The enemies return to normal.
We're gonna need healing.
They look like me in the morning.
Yeah, basically this team, I go for a more defensive measure, a more defensive game, with pretty much myself handling all the offense.
Ah,
Yukari and Ken on healing, and Junpei on defense support, and occasional physicals.
It's on!
I must say, this just looks ridiculous with how Trismegistus does physical attacks.
well, it is Junpei after all. Ridiculousness is just in his...
His nature.
Yeah? Ah!
So, and of course, they will occasionally do very bad calls, such as hitting you for no damage whatsoever.
Alright.
It's time to get serious.
Smash it, Ken!
Bam!
Last one.
And I believe Junpei with the finishing blow. He gets several of these in this run of the block.
It's on!
I think he got them all.
Most of them. Oh,
Couldn't finish it off.
it's this one
Damn
that
it.
has the most evasion.
Maybe as an evasion boost once all the other three are defeated.
Nah. It's just luck. Whee!
Damn it.
Take this.
Yeah, even dodge that. And that's not enough, so yep, it's Junpei with the final blow.
Gigantic fist!
There we go.
Dude, I gotta pull it together.
Put what together? You're totally fine, man. Calm down.
15 beads. I like.
You'll need them if you decide to fight Theodore.
Oh, yeah, Theodore. Or Elizabeth.
Yeah. Which I'm never doing.
I think you'd have a better chance using your old file in P3.
I would have a better chance if in this one actually if I had all the skill cards available.
Nah, yeah, that is true. That is true.
But the thing is, then I have to remember which persona is she using next.
And also which order and what fusion cards that you need for the fight.
Not to mention how many turns had occurred. That's something I neglected to mention in both runs. Apparently, you know how Elizabeth, Theo, and Margaret.
If you get up to 50 turns, she instant kills you with Megadolon.
Yeah.
Unless you actually have an ability that counteracts that, then it goes on for another 50, and then she does it again. Though, let's be glad that we're not fighting the Demi-Fiend.
At least.
Elizabeth's slightly kinder.
Even if you had to fight her alone.
Demi-Fiend pretty much wrecks your shit.
But in any case, with Elizabeth, whenever she summons Masakato, that's when you want to use Infinity.
Oh yeah, because then right afterwards she summons Pixie to do Megadolon.
No, Masakato casts Megadolon.
I thought Pixie could do the same thing too.
Maybe, but that she probably only used that Pixie's attack if you had violated her rules. Or if you reach the 50-turn limit.
That could be. That could be.
Let's say a whole lot of planning goes into that, and
You'd have to sit down with a pen and a pad of paper every time you made a move.
yeah.
Probably. I think Margaret's slightly better in this than finding her younger sister.
In Golden, not so much.
Yeah, in Golden, she can do 2 turns, but
And your party members retain their weaknesses.
however, you can probably use one thing to help yourself in that regard.
Oh?
Naoto's ability.
Ah, yes. The Shield of Justice.
Which can pretty much block pretty much any attack except for Almighty once, but it costs a massive amount of SP.
I
but
know.
It's actually worth it, especially if you're fighting the Reaper.
Anyway, these dice, they're weak to ice, so
There are 3 enemies.
let's freeze them. Skaha!
Then again, I thought the Reaper in this game attacked twice.
Enemies down.
Nope.
Now's your chance.
I guess that's only in P4.
Yeah, tell me about it. I actually fought the Reaper in Golden and just barely won, actually.
In Golden, I spammed Shield of Justice and I dispatched it like so.
No, I fought the Reaper in Magatsu Inaba before fighting Adachi.
I tried to fight the Reaper earlier, but there was one problem.
What was that?
He wouldn't show up in any of the fucking treasure chests I'd be looking at. Ever.
That's why you
And I
gotta.
was actively hunting him.
You gotta listen for the rattling chains.
I did, but he never showed up.
Weird.
And even better yet, the chests that I would try to find that I would think,
It seems
It'd all be
guard this
golden.
area. Be careful. It's powerful.
and I'd be utterly pissed because he's never in Golden chests, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, our next boss fight, the Carnal Snakes. These snakes tend to use Tetrakarn, Agidine skills, and Fire Break, obviously, to make sure you do take damage from Agidine. They also resist, obviously they resist fire, they also resist wind and slash attacks, I believe.
What about electric attacks?
I think that's a resistance too.
Help me.
But they don't exactly... I wonder if they resist paralysis.
I don't think they do. So you could still get off a Thunder Call and have everybody knock them down for an AOA, but I didn't think of that. Instead, I went for Brute Force.
Then again,
I only have like 2 or 3 Thunder Calls available.
Won't give up.
then again, an AOA probably wouldn't be effective because of the fact they actually have good magic. Well, good defense.
Yeah, and besides, Tetrakarn.
This is where I guess would be useful.
But she's too underleveled.
True that.
But in any case, I would have used Thunder Call, but I only have like 2 or 3 on hand, and I wanted to get this block done in one night.
That she be. Though Thunder Rain would have been totally off by AD
I'm
off.
going for it. Oof! Shrug that right off. Oh, only for them to cast it again. This is about as bad as fighting the Musha trio in Dancer.
I recall hearing the stories, and then I watched. I'm like, oh my god.
There was like an unintentional glitch with the tactics system. This is only saw for about only 100 or so.
That wasn't good.
But yeah, I recall the horror stories that you told me of that, along with watching it. I'm like, oh my god. I'm glad that I never actually finished that. There's difficulty.
And then it's just utter bullshit like that.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm gonna have to do that again.
And I could just imagine your reaction going, fuck!
At that point, I'm just gonna have to do something drastic. I'm gonna have to just I'm just gonna keep constantly breaking those Makara cards so that everyone can use their spells.
It's time to get serious.
Since obviously a assigned target doesn't work in that fight for some reason. Oof.
Huh. That's unusual. Again.
So these snakes. Oh wait, they don't. They slightly resist slash attacks, but not on the level of another boss we'll be fighting later.
Nah.
Hang in there.
But they do take normal damage from pierce attacks. That's why Ken and Yukari are good choices for this. Mostly Ken, actually.
Mostly because Yukari can't do any physical damage worth a damn.
Well,
Sadly.
I summon you.
true, unless she somehow scored a critical hit.
What's the odds of that, though?
They're actually common if you use a critical hit weapon.
Nah, true, but...
By using a moon persona.
Please help me.
Life leech! Ow!
Ah, great. Just when we thought it was dead.
Stupid snakes.
Couldn't finish it off.
Oh, what? This just artificially lengthens the battle.
Artificially lengthening? Please. Hey.
Oh,
Still-
do you have your own horror stories to tell?
Oh, yeah. It's a little company known as Sega. They do this with, say, Unleashed.
It's time to get serious.
But that's another subject entirely.
Jeez.
Yes, people, I'm still working on that.
Yes, he is.
And I've actually got some parts uploaded, with whether I get done with the game to actually complete it.
Oh, speaking of which, one of our commentators just came online Skype, or at least is now active somewhat. Oh well. Anyway, obviously, these snakes are a royal pain in the ass.
Well, they're almost dead, so...
Vorpal Blade.
Summon you.
That's how they handle that. Oh, wait! Guys, I was wrong! It's just that Blade of Fury does low damage per hit.
Well,
Yeah,
it was
Blade of
going
Fury.
about-
Yeah, Blade of Fury does dead.
It's going about 250 per snake. It's not that bad.
Yeah. Fortunately, Junpei learns Vorpal Blade at the end of his skill set.
That one just won't die.
Yeah, see?
Take this. This thing give up.
53.
Finish
Slice
it.
and dice! Joy.
Please help me.
Stupid Rakukaja.
Well, the fire affinity's gone, so we don't have to worry about that.
And 82. Just in case, heal.
That'd be why.
In case his head's fell off a Sun Maragidine.
Which is quite very well possible.
Okay, physical attack. Oh, 94. Fire break. Psh, last ditch effort.
Please help me.
We will. We'll finish it.
Still prefer him saying, "Ah, crap!"
And it's Junpei with another KO.
Dude, I gotta pull it together.
I like his victory pose in the answer better. Instead of him just trying to do the disco.
Well,
It just
you also gotta recall it
would have been better if they had changed their victory poses with their transfiguration.
no, alas, it could not be.
Lack of hindsight.
Probably that. Then again, I still wish that they had the same hindsight of just making a separate UMD for the answer.
Oh well.
I mean, I would actually like controlling my characters during the answers, then I might play it.
There are two enemies.
Bum, 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 bum. Let's go for Vorpal Blade.
Summon you.
Oof. as you can tell, we've already fought these dancers as bosses before. That's a common thing with Persona games. Bosses, well, at least in the PS2 versions of them, as well as this game. Obviously, we fight bosses as common enemies later on.
Yeah, mostly this applies.
Speaking of which, this block actually has 2 enemies from Monad. The basement levels of Tartarus. The Vehement Idols and the Grand Maguses.
And on average, the Monad enemies are from, I think, level 80 to, like, level 95.
Its arcana is justice.
Yeah.
Just a rough guess.
Oh, by the way, look, it's your old friend.
Oh, good. It's
Persona!
It's my my zodiac symbol. It's come to kick our ass.
Indeed. Knock it down.
I recall destroying this thing early in P4 Golden.
Same
It was
here.
very satisfying.
What do you expect? It was reduced to being a mid-boss.
I early destroyed it with Yoshitsune.
Cor-
I won't miss.
Critical! Of course.
Here's our chance for an all-out attack. If you say
Nah.
so.
Leave it wide open for Ken's Vile Assault.
Won't give up.
It won't do much damage because it's naturally resistant to physicals. But it's still get the power boost from knockdown. 131.
Oh, it doesn't resist all out attacks as well as it should. So.
I summon you.
It's a very viable option.
But careful, if it does get off turns, it will use powerful dying skills plus Megadola if you try to use magic mirrors.
Yeah.
Then it becomes a survival fest. That's why I brought 2 healers with me. Like I said, this team is based on overall balance of offense and defense.
The enemy.
Yeesh. I don't know if this thing has mind charge, but even without a mind charge, that hurt.
That wasn't good.
Another thing that would probably help in this fight would be Debilitate.
Sadly, we don't get that ability in this game.
What? I thought it was
Nope.
in this game.
Nope. P4.
What? I'm gonna go check this shit.
Sorry, as far as I remember, there is no debilitate in this game.
Here's a chance.
Remember, P4 actually added a whole lot of new skills, and debilitate was one of them. Same with Heat Riser. Oh wait, no, Heat Riser was a fusion spell in this game,
Here's
and
our
then
chance.
turned into a regular skill.
If you say so, I won't miss. I won't give up.
Overall, this thing's not that hard. Just keep your HP up.
Please help me.
Attack reverted. Great.
Persona.
Zap. And I don't think this is gonna be enough to KO it, or will it? Oh, nope.
Won't die.
Oh, well, it's Yukari who will deal the final blow. Gardine! There we go.
I made up my mind. I won't lose.
Not now, not ever. We can't afford it.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Debilitate didn't show up till P4.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we have Arms Master. I think we can afford to get rid of Tempest Slash.
Which, oddly, if Debilitate was
speaking
in
of which.
P3, guess what? No one could have learned it.
Could have. So could Trumpeter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Regenerate 2 will Digivolve into Amrita.
Because Norn in P4 holds the distinction of being one of 2 personas other than Trumpeter in the game to learn Debilitate naturally.
The only other chance you get Debilitate is to fuse Yoshitsune on December 24th.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, of course, the absolute last day to clear Magatsu Inaba.
Unfortunately, the thing is...
You don't want to do so on that day.
I don't think so either, considering the fact that in P4 Golden, Yoshitsune for me is at level 99.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me guess, all those Emperor cards?
That and a few other things, mostly because the fact I pretty much used him to early destroy the dungeon.
Not to mention that the shuffle time is utterly broken in that game.
No. Well, yeah, especially considering I kept getting free level ups.
I know, right? And free and constant evolutions of skills.
Not so much there, because, like, some of them I was scared to upgrade. But the one that I did get pretty much broke the freaking game for me.
I can't see it, believe me there.
You want to see something that's ridiculous? See a Black Frost with no physical pretty much should be used up until, I think, the third to final dungeon in the game, or the second to last.
I can believe it. I did the same thing.
I mean, seriously. I wrecked fucking Mitsuo Kubo shit. Shadow Naoto? Couldn't touch me!
Well, what do you expect? Not just that, but my Black Frost had Angelic Grace and Auto Tsukakaja.
Oh god, I mean...
It's just that awesome. Oh great, the Jotun of Evil. Weak to all physicals, but has evasion skills. I say evade, not dodge.
Good choice.
Basically like your typical enemy in the Emperor.
Well, normally in boss battles, actually.
Well, yeah. But the average enemy in the Answer boss battles would have invasion, of course.
Critical! Weak, even.
He still has probably the best critical animation of the bunch.
Well, yeah. And it's dizzy.
Just because the fact he does, like, Dance Macabre from Devil May Cry 3 with a spear.
Yeah.
It has multiple weaknesses.
I'm sorry, but every time everyone gets a knockdown with a physical weapon, I just can't help but shout, critical!
This thing is going to give up. It's over.
Take that!
We can't afford to lose.
Not today, or not this month either.
Never give up, never surrender.
Alright. Another battle.
Battle!
Oh, more Devious Mayas.
Attack.
Maziodon!
Smite them, Odin!
3 enemies left.
And I'll just dig into my pockets for an Aguilau gem. There we are.
Here.
There we go.
You found the enemy's weakness. Let's do it. Understood.
Kick its ass!
I will warn though, if you are going to do Division Quest, you may as well be like level 80 to 85 or so to even attempt the later ones. Especially from Hermit onward, actually.
Yeah, level 80 onwards.
Hermit has like way too much health. I swear to God, probably like 10,000 health or something, or even more than that.
You're not gonna like the Hangman.
I know, 20,000 health for the Hangman.
That was a really bad pun, Corey.
What, leaving that sun out to dry?
No. He said you're going to hang.
May as well hang ourselves in the process.
Yeah, that was just pure terribleness.
Now you know how I felt trying to fight the Hermit off camera.
I recall I didn't really have too much of a bad time with the Hermit.
Oh, great. Giants.
Then again, I fought them so long ago that...
Whoa,
geez.
even from Megiddo that hurt.
Well, Megiddo on average does 100 to 150, so...
Give me a sec. I'll scan the
Harmony
on
Giants.
a good day.
At least these guys aren't the Void Giants.
Yeah, have no weaknesses.
No.
That's always fun.
Yeah, and they only can be hurt by physicals.
And they have high defense. Think of that.
And they're like level 95?
And no, you cannot use dark or light spells, just instant kill them.
Nope.
Well, if you feel like a dick, you could just Armageddon them to hell, but what's the point of that?
Exactly. If you see them, you're better off running.
That be for sure.
Yes, now they're rolling out the 10 cards.
Mostly when it came to grinding and Monad, I mostly stuck to just using, I think I was stuck to using Alice and Dice Dojo.
Yeah, I would recommend keeping a growth ability on Melchizedek so that I can learn God's Hand, and then later on, get a Radiant Halo for Koromaru. In case I decide to train with Koromaru. Effectively negating his weakness to light. Trismegistus has learned Agidine.
About time.
And we're up to our next boss fight. This boss fight, you're going to want personas with pierce attacks and wind attacks.
Oh joy.
Because these guys, well, they resist almost everything else. Meet the fierce Cyclops.
And they like to use physical attacks, too.
Namely, power-charged primal forces.
Is no ordinary enemy. Don't let your guard down.
Then again, as I said, Aegis is actually really good to use for these fights.
Yes, she is. For this one in particular.
Persona!
She could hold the ground, and then she could buff you so you could kill them faster.
Whee!
Yes, the enemy's been knocked off balance.
Then again, this is why I like the combination of having Ken, Akihiko, and Aegis, just because you cover pretty much all the bases. The only problem is that you're pretty much left as the only true magic user.
Well, this is why I like to use this particular party. Like I said, for a rather balanced mix of offense and defense. Oh yeah, I forgot to have Vorpal Blade too.
Damn it.
Oh well, yep. I got already out of Maraku, so let's go for Blade of Fury, and you'll see that they resist slash attacks.
Which makes me less sad.
For single digits!
Sheesh.
But they take normal damage from wind skills. It's actually a Mind Charge Magaridine with a wind amp behind it.
Return to normal.
But you think that it's going to be over. Yeah, it's going to take a while longer than you think, guys. I'm sorry.
Because they like to, if they're low on health, we pick you off with Mazayanga, and then finish you with Last Resort.
Yeah, they're assholes that way.
Ow!
Well, it's Primal Charge. It's going to hurt a lot.
Primal Force.
Oh,
Speaking of which, in P4 Golden, Kaji is goddamn lethal with that!
yeah. Especially with the fact that he has Power Charge now.
Jesus Christ, I was doing like 1,000 damage to Kuno Sakiri! Jesus. It was just that awesome! Oof. Oh great, that means I'm unprotected.
I won't lose.
Gardine, 126.
Though then again, a bigger threat in that department would be Yukiko with Mind Charge and pretty much all the fire boots.
Yeah, but then you have to waste 5 days. Whoa!
Wow, nice move.
True, but I mean, Yukiko has a magic staff like 89 to 93. It might be worth it.
Especially if you still manage to give her Fire Break.
Oh, yeah.
That's behind me. If I had her Elect Break against the Hermit refight, it would have been a lot easier. They could just use Magic Mirrors with Elect Break. Oh wait, that is also another problem. Mambudo on and Megadola on.
Oh, yeah, it does use that.
That hurt. Yeah, why don't I take out the down target?
Take it down and get over it.
The enemy.
It's still alive.
Tooth.
Doesn't even take damage from itself.
Yeah, because he uses slash attacks.
Figures.
Yeah, we can need more defense boosts. Fortunately, I do have breathing room, considering I did kill that one other Cyclops.
Keep your guard up at all times. Persona.
I wonder if that was a new line added into this game.
Nope, it was in the original too.
Even though you couldn't guard.
Hang in there.
No, it's just her saying, you'll be vigilant. Oh well.
Keep your guard up. I don't know how to do that!
Tetra card? Makara card?
Please help me.
That's more manageable.
If only we had absorb slash.
Oh well, but then I don't want to use absorption abilities in case I ever did want to fight Mark or Elizabeth or Theodore in this game.
In case you ever do. In case you ever do. But you're probably going to be mostly sticking with Hello.
If I decide to go that level.
Poppy through, but
What can you do?
he's specifically built to counter those three.
Final assault. There we go. Ah,
I agree with Ken on that.
trying to go for knockdowns.
You're doing this, aren't you?
No,
No, he didn't, but he didn't kill it either.
but sadly that. Well, you know, now I'm pissed.
You.
And done.
What's the power of wind and lag?
Persona. Won't give up.
Raziaga, just use last resort. Jeez, just end to yourself.
I'm starting to miss Metis at this point.
Please help me.
Why? Oh yeah, because she can use physicals and magic.
And wind spells!
That's what I meant. She can use Bufo and Garu skills.
And she could tank this fucker.
Oh wait, this boss is actually fought as a boss in the answer.
What?
No
Yep.
shadows detected. The battle's over.
God,
Along with 2 Acheron Seekers.
you know, Atlas, you should take your own advice. Maybe you should remove copy and paste. I love you guys to death, but, you know, some things you do kind of bug me. It's not like up to like Akira Toriyama copy and pasting the same designs in every fucking thing he does, but hey.
At least those work.
Eh. Like with Dragon Quest, I understand it because I mean Dragon Quest has not changed in like ever.
Chrono Trigger also worked too.
Yeah, Chrono Trigger did. I'm not going to deny that.
Anyway, obviously these things are, I think they absorb wind, so we're gonna switch out for Cert.
I mean, seriously, how many copied and pasted Gohans and Bulmas are we going to have?
Who could say, really? Whoa!
The enemy is down. Persona.
I like the guys work to death, but sometimes, you know,
2 more enemies. Get 'em.
I'm just gonna...
a little originality couldn't hurt much.
Last one.
It's time to get
Theodine,
This thing is weak to strike attacks.
of all things. Normally, when I see beetles, I think, no physicals! I don't know why, it's just I get the mentality of not using physicals.
Maybe it's just the way it looks in general.
defeated.
Oh yes, I should note.
It's time
In this game, while you may, unlike Fez, where you can still end up poisoned on dungeon map. You don't after battle in this one.
Huh.
Bottle on bottle. Let's do this!
Trismegistus!
Haha!
Let's get him! Get back here, you son of a...
And
Never finish your
KO.
line, Junior.
He never does. What do you expect? It's not like with Igus where they actually, gave her a different all-out attack quote. Which I will note, still in terms of her all-out attack prompt, they changed the writing of that, but they didn't change the line. Instead of that, she says, "The enemy is down. Let's move in." Where she clearly is saying, "Let us strike while the iron's hot." Lazy. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm fine with equipment.
I wouldn't say that's lazy. I would just say that's an oversight.
I think it's lazy, actually. Anyway, the Jotun of Grief.
That's this Guardian's Arcana.
If you want lazy, Adam, how about a Wyvern called Wyburn? I'm looking at you, Final Fantasy V PS1.
Yeah,
It's directly translated.
At least it was better on the Game Boy Advance.
I honestly wish that they'd actually make a PSP version of the Game Boy Advance one in the same vein as 4. That makes grinding.
Or better yet, just remake 5 and 6 on the 3DS or something.
I'd like that too.
Oh well, who could say what happens in the minds of Square Enix?
Hey, you want another Lightning?
No.
Another Final Fantasy 13 game?
No.
Oh, did I hear Versus 13? No, I did not. I thought it was Lightning Returns. Never mind.
Anyway.
Damn it!
Yeah, this boss absorbs everything except piercing attacks. So, this team still works since Junpei still has Torrent Shot.
I just came to a realization. All these bosses are pretty much made so you could specifically use Igus to get back to the same level of power as everyone else.
More or less, I suppose. Since they haven't resisted any pierce attacks, I guess.
I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility.
Yeah. I'm switching to Norn. Since I got Yukari with Windbreak, and since Norn has Windbreak as well, I can Mind Charge Panther Ray.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunately, my buffs are gonna vanish. But careful, this thing has Megadolon, Tetrakarn. Oh, not Tetrakarn, actually. Stagnant Air and Infuriate. Does the Magic Mirror. She'll get hit by Megadolon in the process. Oh yeah, occasional debuffs as well. She'll get hit by those, but it's better than getting infuriated and having them recover HP via Junpei's sword or the MC's Naginata. Twice.
Ah.
So if you have them, any accessories that null rage is a must. Anyway, Torrent Shot.
I can't help it. I love Danger Zone.
I know you do.
I mean, it's just pretty much like a solo guitar with a slight bass.
I know. It's just that it's hard for me to say that way. Oh, great. This.
Yay!
And I think we did not have a defense boost.
Give me a second.
And I think that we did not have a debuff on either. Then again, that's our only major lacking problem.
Yeah, I don't think we had. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think we had Rakukaja active.
Oddly, that was actually one thing that still kind of bugged me was the lack of debuffs for the characters in P4 Golden. It pretty much left it to you, and probably by that point, you had debilitate, so
Yeah. I know.
Please help me.
78. Wind Infinity reverted. Infuriate! Block!
sadly it doesn't work on it.
Nope.
Who?
It's obviously has null range. There we go. Illness really reverted.
I summon you.
And you know, yeah, get used to all these bosses we fought in this game, because they occur as regular enemies in the latter dungeons of the Abyss of Time in the Answer. Fortunately, without the high HP, but still just as bad, and learning some new tricks of their own.
Oh.
Critical!
Here's our chance. Let's go.
No, I'm not doing that because I think AoA might be reduced in effectiveness due to its absorption of slash and strikes. So, Vile Assault will do.
The enemy.
Did I mention Jotun's really creep me the fuck out?
For some reason, they look like something from Dark Seas.
Beat it.
Then again, the Rosie Minotaurs creep her out even more.
I summon you.
Minotaurs.
Yeah. I don't know why, it's just the face. The mask, even.
Hmm.
But then Demon Snakes creep her out, too.
Minotaurs in, like, P4 were a joke.
Yeah, it wasn't due to how strong they were. It's just that their overall designs is what creeped her out. But I will agree, Minotaurs are complete pussies in Persona 4.
And then when you got to Golden, it was even worse.
I mean, seriously, what happened?
Beat it.
What happened was we game braked even further than we wanted to, and we just let it drive.
That's the thing! Atlas doesn't know when to punish people for overleveling! Other than it being more boring.
Well, here's the thing. Overleveling is kind of a staple in Atlas RPGs.
You gotta be there.
There's always a decent grind that you're going to have to do at every area that you get into in one of their games. I mean, once you get used to one area, don't be surprised if the next area pretty much just shit cans you the minute that you get into one fight.
Attack weakened.
Because that will happen in Strange Journey. Because Strange Journey, in my opinion, is much worse with this. You wanna know why?
Why?
Because when you get into a new area, encounter new monsters, you can't identify them the first time.
Ow.
So, unless you can specifically tell what spells that they use by, you know, knowing what monsters are there through a guide, they can kill you.
Obviously.
And so that way, Nocturne's slightly easier because you can actually tell what the monster is. But then again, Nocturne's another difficulty in its own league. Speaking of which, have you touched it?
No.
Damn it.
I'm nervous, okay?
Well, I did send you Disco Devil Saga, which is by far more kinder.
Sorry, I've been just too busy with this and Fez.
Ah, okay.
Ah, Brave Blade!
Hey!
But we lose our piercing attack.
And we're pretty much all stuck with slashes, basically.
Well,
With the exception of Gigantic Fist.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
After this, it's just 2 more floors, and then we've maxed out Judgment.
Judgment? It's always a fleeting social link, I say.
Compared to something like Aeon.
Yeah. Compared to the variations of Aeon, yeah.
Aeon is like... Aeon Persona are just like all over the place.
I think I actually like P4 Golden's Aeon Arcana, but the problem was I couldn't effectively use Kaguya.
Well, no.
Mostly
because you don't have amps.
Yeah, so...
Yep. You made it this far. I have faith in you. I knew you can succeed.
Social Link Max!
And it's about time. So for this, we get to fuse Messiah.
In case those of you don't know, Kaguya has a magic stat equivalent to fucking Yukiko.
Well, you could give her amps if you gave her prerequisite personas amp abilities.
Or if you actually got the cards, too.
Messiah, the savior.
Gee, I wonder if that's foreshadowing to anything.
Nah. And by the way, folks, it's official. I'm not covering the Vision Quest on camera. But anyway, see you in part 59 for a boss fight with the Reaper.
Alrighty. See you next time.
See ya.